Hiya, how you doing? My name's Laura. This is Stu, who's behind me. Okay, talk to me. What were you doing? How high up were you and what happened?
I dropped down from the red rope into the other limb and I had a secondary line on. I was just attaching another secondary line and was just waiting that and whether something snapped or...
Okay. How did you land as you are now?
Almost exactly in the recovery position, yeah.
It looked like he'd fallen roughly 10 metres from the tree onto the tarmac. If he had landed onto his head or chest, it could have been quite a different story, maybe even fatal.
Windermere. Yeah, what's the details? Okay, give me a card, please. All right, thank you very much. They're on their way.
It's a 14-minute flight to Windermere, where a tree surgeon has had a substantial fall.
This one down here, Laura.
Oh, on the left?
Oh, there they are, down there.
You see anyone?
There's tree surgeons down there. Okay, so probably looking at the field down
There's a field opposite.
there is quite a decent slope in it, so I might have to go a bit lower down. Can't see any wires anywhere, can you?
No, I can't see the side.
Some horses on the field down on the right over there.
There's a few more cows in the tree.
They're bulls.
Past the tree now. Other bulls ran away.
Watch the side. I'll just let it come to us. Keep a good eye on these, man. My concern is that they come running towards us as we land.
Anything out?
Yeah.
Hiya, how you doing? My name's Laura. This is Stu, who's behind me. Okay, talk to me. What were you doing? How high up were you and what happened?
I dropped down from the red rope into the other limb and I had a secondary line on. I was just attaching another secondary line and was just waiting that and whether something snapped or...
Okay. How did you land as you are now?
Almost exactly in the recovery position, yeah.
It looked like he'd fallen roughly 10 metres from the tree onto the tarmac. If he had landed onto his head or chest, it could have been quite a different story, maybe even fatal. Also, if he'd fallen a few more inches to the right, he could have landed on his chainsaw, so that could have caused quite significant injuries to his lower limbs.
Just talk to me, where's the main pain for you?
In my back.
The lower back. What about around the hips or down that right leg particularly?
Well, there's a general stiffness developing. I had a tingling sensation in my right toes.
Having that tingling in his toes pinpoints towards potentially a fracture to the lower spine, which is what I was concerned about.
We'll just take it nice and slow and just get you feeling more comfortable first of all. So I'm going to put this collar on.
If we were to move him in an awkward manner, it could potentially increase the damage to his fracture, which could lead to permanent damage to the spinal cord.
Okay, on roll, ready, steady, roll. Fantastic, okay, now I've got the back of your neck. I'm going to pop that underneath just so it's comfy for you, okay. Any pain in that side of your hip at all?
Just slightly muscular, I would say.
Anything coming down this leg?
No, it's more underneath.
More in that lower back.
The two concerns was either the lower lumbar spine fracture or a pelvic fracture, and the problem is the two can present fairly similar, so we just assume the worst automatically and therefore put the pelvic binder on and keep his spine immobilised.
You straighten your legs out for us, would that be okay?
Yeah.
And is that sore in the back?
It's underneath.
Underneath there, okay. I'm just going to pop a little drip in your hand so we can give you some painkillers, okay? I mean, so really we're probably just lower back pelvis, Stu. What's the nearest place from here? Is
Preston would be ideal for me.
what the patient wants?
Luckily for him, the closest major trauma centre is Preston. And we can get him there in minutes, where a road journey would take up to an hour.
Right, just a little bit of morphine going in. And then what we'll do after this is put you on this yellow scoop, just so we can lift you and then get you onto the back of the helicopter, okay? Right, should we lift up?
Sometimes you can have patients who are chatting and talking to you, but you need to keep a close eye on them because things can change quite quickly with them. So certainly when people are quite badly injured, especially in the younger population, they can really sort of hold their own for a period of time and manage their pain quite well. But actually, for the space of 1 or 2 minutes, it can sort of dramatically take a downward spiral. We do have to watch out for that.
Just lift it up a second, that's lovely, thanks. So sats 97, heart rate 64.
There it is.
Yeah, 35-year-old male, fallen out of tree, landed on tarmac. His heart rate 86, BP 90 systolic.
Has had morphine for pain relief if it's packaged. And we'd be at Preston in about 18 minutes.
Yeah, that's received, mate. We'll give Preston a ring for you.
Yeah, Roger, cheers for that.
Hello, mate. It's just a Great North Air Ambulance here. Just give you a pre-alert for the patient we're bringing in. Cheers. Bye-bye.
On the ground at Preston, over. Okay. Out. Yeah, clear outline.
On feet, 1, 2, 3.
From A&E, Matt will go into the CT scanner. All his injuries will be looked at and imaged to check for any sort of fractures, any internal bleeding, any organ damage. So he's not out of the woods yet. He's still got to have some assessments and imaging done first.